Miz, thank you for speaking to us on Singapore Radio. Let me start by first getting your thoughts on the first ever Andre the Giant 30-man Battle Royal, which is taking place at WrestleMania. We know that you're going to be one of the 30 superstars in action, but more importantly, you have very confidently told the WWE Universe that you're going to win. Now, why are you confident of winning the first ever Battle Royal at WrestleMania?
Because this is WrestleMania, and whenever WrestleMania comes around, whenever I say I'm going to do something, I actually do it. You remember WrestleMania 27 in the main event in a sold-out Georgia Dome? I had the WWE Championship. Everyone said I was going to lose. What happened? And not only did I retain the WWE Championship, but I retained it twice against John Cena in the main event. WrestleMania 28, I ended up winning again. WrestleMania 29, I win again. WrestleMania 30, guess what? The Miz is going to win yet again because that's what I do when WrestleMania comes around. I find a way, and everyone else doubts me, I find a way to take out whoever it is I'm going up against. Now, it's a harder one this time because there's 29 other superstars, but I have the knowledge, I have the confidence, and I know exactly what I need to do in order to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And I like to be the person to be at the first. I like to create history, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
What about the Big Show? Will you somehow try and plan with a few of your buddies beforehand to get him over the top rope at the start of the Royal itself?
Everyone always talks about the biggest guys in the ring and how they're going to do because they're the odds-on favorite. Why is the Big Show the odds-on favorite? Is it because he's so big? Let's face it, how many Royal Rumbles has he won? How many Battle Royals have you actually seen the Big Show or the Great Khali or Mark Henry actually win? The fact is, I think he has a worse odds because everyone looks at him as the odds-on favorite and everyone targets the biggest guy and takes him out. So if you can get 5, 6, 7, 8, hell, I don't care, 29 other superstars to sit there and try and get the Big Show out, guess what? He's out of there. He's done. He's got a target on his back. That's not the best thing to have. Best thing you can do is literally be the person that no one's talking about.
Now, Miz, just before we talk about some of the key matches at WrestleMania 30, how do you feel about seeing the likes of the Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake Roberts, and even Razor Ramon being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame?
I think it's absolutely incredible. I think this is one of the best Hall of Fames I've ever seen, especially because when I was a child, I remember painting my face, putting streamers on my arm, and cutting promos and running around the house like the Ultimate Warrior and having a blast. And I just remember that, and I love it, and I think it's amazing that I get to sit there and witness the Ultimate Warrior. I can't wait for the speech, to be completely honest with you. I mean, I'm hoping for something like, load the spaceship with the rocket fuel because the Ultimate Warrior is in the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's going to be absolutely mayhem. It's going to be crazy. And then you got Jake the Snake, you got Razor Ramon, you got Lita. I mean, you have all these amazing superstars that I watched, growing up, and I'm excited about it.
And of course, Mr. T, I pity the fool. Now, what about the immortal Hulk Hogan returning to the WWE and his role as host of WrestleMania 30? I mean, you almost got into a fight with him on Raw, but you managed to get off pretty easy. But having said that, what can we expect from a man who headlined 9 WrestleMania events?
Honestly, I think Hulk Hogan got off easy last Monday night, if I do say so myself, and Arnold got off pretty easy with me being in the ring. I mean, I got cheap-shotted, so that's basically what happened there. But let's face it, this is the immortal Hulk Hogan. I mean, anywhere that guy goes, everyone knows his name, knows exactly who he is. And, again, like a kid, I mean, I remember taking vitamins because Hulk Hogan told me to take my vitamins. I mean, this is incredible to have him back in the WWE and hosting our biggest event, the man that has main evented 9 WrestleManias. I mean, it's hard to main event 1 WrestleMania, let alone 9.
Now, let's talk about some of the key matches. And of course, once again, the streak is on the line, 21-0 at WrestleMania. And The Undertaker is back in the squared circle. And his opponent this time is the Beast incarnate in the form of Brock Lesnar. In your opinion, do you think the unbeaten streak will officially end on April 6, 2014?
Man, I really don't know. It's one of those situations where, I mean, how long can The Undertaker actually go? I mean, I get he's the dead man. I get he's the phenom. But, man, this guy has been around what feels like forever. And can he still go at the level that he's always been. And every time he comes back, he always seems to prove us that he can. So can he do it once again? I don't know. He's going up against the Beast. He's going up against Brock Lesnar. And this guy is just an oddity of strength. This guy is huge. He's aggressive, and he's determined. And not only that, but he has Paul Heyman in his corner. Paul Heyman's not going to be on the losing side twice. I mean, last year was CM Punk versus, The Undertaker. He ended up losing. I think Paul Heyman's the type of guy that lives and learns and then makes up for it the next time. And, do I want to see the streak end? Absolutely not. Could it? Absolutely.
And what about the Yes Movement and Daniel Bryan going up against Triple H in a match which whoever wins could face on that same evening, Batista and Randy Orton for the WWE World Heavyweight title? To pardon the phrase, how awesome is that, man?
Yeah, that is, good for Daniel Bryan. When I was a pro of his back in the NXT days, I would say around 3 or 4 years ago, I taught him everything he knows. And now you're looking at him, being one of the biggest success stories in the WWE. And what a magical moment it would be if Daniel Bryan could take out not only Triple H, but Batista and Randy Orton to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at the biggest event of them all, WrestleMania, and just watching the entire audience, probably 90,000 strong, chanting yes, yes, yes. I mean, that would be an absolute moment for him. So I'm really rooting for him. Can he do it? You know what? It's going to be a tough, tough battle because Triple H is one of the best in the ring, and not only that, that's our boss, man. Like, he can do whatever he wants and whenever he wants. To screw over Daniel Bryan, I mean, let's face it, he's done it time and time again, so what makes this any different? And in the Showcase of the Immortals, it's one of those situations where he's not going to want to look stupid. So Daniel Bryan has a big, big, big step in front of him. Let's just hope he can actually step up above it.
And John Cena, he's up against Bray Wyatt, and we all know that the Wyatt family has been a major problem for Cena, so much so that they cost him the WWE title at the last pay-per-view, which was the Elimination Chamber. Who's your money going to be on for the win?
I beat John Cena at WrestleMania 27. I know what it takes to actually go up against John Cena at the Granddaddy of them all. And Bray Wyatt has another thing coming, man. He's never had a WrestleMania match. And even though this guy, Bray Wyatt, is new, he's one of those people that you really don't know where he's coming from or what is going on. He's different. He's strange. People have said he's weird. The whole family is. Cena's got to watch out, not just for Bray, but he's also got, Luke Harper and Rowan, out there probably as well to watch out for. So it's almost like 3-on-1, and, Cena might have a bit of a problem with a guy like Bray Wyatt.
And how about the main fight card itself, as Randy Orton and Batista will meet for the championship in a triple threat match? But man to man, does the Viper have enough to take down a man who's consumed by the hunger for recognition and the title, especially after a 4-year absence from the squared circle?
Whenever you have a guy that's been away for a while, they can have one of two things: ring rust or a whole new motivation to come in and just take over the WWE. And I think that's exactly what Batista wants to do. And so Randy Orton's going to have his hands full, not only with Batista, but with either Triple H or Daniel Bryan. And, I mean, whenever you're in a triple threat match, your head has to be on a swivel. And you literally got to be looking over your shoulder at all costs because you never know where that other guy may come up and take you out. So they have to be absolutely careful, and it's going to be a definite tough match, and I'm excited to see which one comes out on top.
Now, Miz, just before you go, it's been about 10 years since you first made your debut on WWE's Tough Enough. You did headline WrestleMania 2 years ago in Atlanta, you mentioned there, and I was there in person with about 60,000 odd fans. You beat John Cena for the championship. You've also started doing movies like The Marine Part 3 and Scooby-Doo. You've got Miz TV as well. What else would you like to see yourself be involved in your career with the WWE?
Funny, I get this question a lot. I've done everything there is to do in the WWE. I mean, whenever WWE needs a commentator, they put me in. Where they need a panelist, they put me in. Where they need a host, they put me in. Whenever they need a movie star, guess who they call? And guess when they need a main event WWE superstar in that ring? They put The Miz in there because they know I deliver each and every time. Now, what's next for The Miz? To keep doing exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to be shooting another movie, Marine 4 Moving Target, in the upcoming month, as well as basically working my way to get to WrestleMania 31, where I can be in the actual main event. Because let's face it, that's every superstar's dream. You want that moment at WrestleMania. So what I see myself doing this year is winning the Andre the Giant Trophy and then going on to motivate myself to get into the main event of WrestleMania 31.
Miz, on that note, thank you very much for speaking to us on 9-3 Live in Singapore, and I'm sure I speak for all the WWE fans in Singapore. We wish you the very best at WrestleMania 30 and beyond, and congratulations as well on tying the knot with Maurice a few weeks ago in the Bahamas, and we hope to see you in Singapore real soon.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. And definitely check out WrestleMania 30. I believe on your time it's on Monday, April 7th. But definitely check it out. It's going to be one of the greatest shows you will ever see, and you'll definitely take away memories that will last a lifetime.